today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington football team. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins ready to run the controls for the Washington offense.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
7-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
12 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Ingram. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Washington.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you, because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First time we get to see this Baltimore offense here, and feast your eyes on the Madden cover man, Lamar Jackson, taking the field, ready to lead them at quarterback.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
16 yards, a first down.
first down. Baltimore.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
It's a
really nice gain of 25 yards.
Raven first down.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time unwrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Second and goal.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 89 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he'll bang that one through. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
The tight end, the ball carrier.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Haskins to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Lamar Jackson heading back out as we check out our player spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete something.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
White, the ball carrier.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That third down conversion good for 23.
It's a gain of 23.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it with White. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. James White, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored. Every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Haskins on first down. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Right at the line.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st down.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
6 at the 45-yard line.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Ravens.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
To throw again. Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Open man is Sims. He's got it.
That's good.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ingram again. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
First down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
7.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Seth DeValve, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And now here's Ross.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
21 yards.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far.
This time they face a 3rd and 2. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Steven Sims Jr., his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
The keeper.
Jalen Hurts with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored point.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Campbell.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Haskins. Big hold of the 30. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Washington.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. They'll run for it. This is White. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what? They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA.